Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we're playing Lewis's Cat. This is a deck I made where it focuses around life gain with Lewis, the Pompous Pillager, as well as the Cat-Gator card. Both of these cards are very strong if you build around them, so that's what I wanted to do in this deck. So obviously you're going to need a lot of mana and especially a lot of swamps in play with that, which seems weird that we would run a different color, but green actually helps you ramp out swamps, so that's why we have that. The key to this deck and making everything work is the Icetill Explorer. It is a forecasting cost, and you may play an additional land on each of your turns, and you may play lands from your graveyard. And whenever a land you control enters, mill a card. So we're kind of hoping to mill Cat-Gators into our yard. We're hoping to have Fabled Passages that we could play over and over to allow us to do the milling. And then we have some of those payoff cards as well. We do have, first we'll get into, we have Overlords to do additional milling as well. And then just basic removal suite of Bitter Triumph, Shoot the Sheriff, Day of the Black Sun, and Virtue of Persistence. We do have the situations where we can pull these cards then back from the graveyard. Zuko's Conviction can actually, for 5, because you're paying the kicker cost, bring a card directly into the battlefield. So for 5 casting cost, you can get a Cat-Gator out of your yard into play. We do have one of Smuggler's Surprise. This allows you to also pull decks, mill cards and pull cards from your graveyard into your hand and put them into play. So great card to have as well. Live or Die also has a combination of being able to return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield or destroy target creature, which comes into play. So, and then also Virtue of Persistence. We do have a couple games that we've played where we were able to win because of Virtue of Persistence, bringing Cat-Gators back into play. You can just picture dropping this and following up, pulling this back out, especially when you have 7+ swamps in play. Definitely huge. Very common to be hitting for 8 with the Cat-Gator's ability there, which is great, and it also allows you to gain that life, which keeps you alive. All in all, this is a fun deck. Land, kind of interesting. We have 10 swamps, 2 forests, 4 of the Underground Mortuaries. We're playing these because, 1, you get to surveil, throw things in the bin, as well as this counts as a swamp. Fabled Passages, this helps with the Explorer and helps you find your forests, and Multiversal Passages. When you play this card, it actually becomes any of the land types. So you could play it for your forest if you're trying to Icetill Explorer, or you could play it as a swamp to count for your swamp count. So important on that. I did actually change this deck before the end to have 2 forests in here. It used to only have 1 forest in here, but I would find the issue where you'd be trying to cast a Fabled Passage, or I should say you're trying to cast an Icetill Explorer. You have a Fabled Passage in hand, but you already had drawn the swamp, or a forest, I mean. And you're just not able to cast it because you can't find the mortuary, you can't find the passage. Just kind of stuck in that situation. So I definitely wanted to include 2 forests in there, even though it makes a little less for swamps that you're playing. But all in all, this is a fun deck. Last time I played this deck, we had it was a different build before. I had another creature that allowed us to drop an additional land. I did cut that from this deck because I found by the time I got him down, I was pretty much depleted of landed hand, and unfortunately I couldn't play from the graveyard or anything until the Icetill Explorer was in play, so it really only worked well when I could get both creatures in play, so it just didn't make sense to put in there. I did swap out Shared Roots for that creature, which allows us to ramp. Shared Roots is an awesome card from this set. Search your library for any basic land card, put in the battlefield tap. This also allows you to search out that additional force that you need to get your Icetill Explorer. All in all, it really is a smooth running deck that you have here. I did add the Smuggler's Surprise as well. That is a change from the last time. And I think Zuko's Conviction is a change from last time as well. Definitely wanted to make those changes in here to make it a little bit more resilient, especially pulling from the graveyard, things like that. And I do really like the changes. Last time we were 70% on this deck, so it is nice to play this deck again. And let's get into the game play. But first, please hit that subscribe button below. Hit the like icon. We have new videos every day. Newer channel, trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, so I really help that. And let's watch the gameplay. All right, we go first in this one. Do like the early Duress and then some removal. We can do Overlord on turn 2. We can get land back from that to help cast the Ice Till as well. Shelter. I guess I don't mind that so much because we do have the removal. Novice Inspector is going to go down early. Enchantment or Planeswalker. Creature enchantment or Planeswalker. Guess we'll do this. Lightstall Inquisitor. Let's do Bitter Triumph. I think we do this to try to find the land. Oh, we can't get land off that. Sorry. This will help us get through removal. They got a lot of their... Hey, that actually works out okay. I mean, not right now because it has ward, but put this down. We're not getting our land drops, so this is kind of hurts. That hurts. Okay, see if we can get some land up top. Okay, we are pitching that. They aren't in the best of situations either with only one planes. All right. My turn. Another Overlord. We can do a Pillager for 1. That can stop some stuff. The Overlord. Was another green land. Let's grab a Pillager. One green land, and we're kind of off to the races, I think. Looks like they're getting a little stuck on land themselves. Yeah, we're in trouble here. Probably should have done Pillager last turn. Alright. He is stopping me from doing that. Let's do this. We're hoping he doesn't have another shelter. Gains us a little life. If this sticks around, we can use it as a blocker. Virtue. Okay, get lost. That's unfortunate. Down to 2. I have to kind of do that. Just hope they don't have removal. We can live through this. We can drop this to kill the Inquisitor. Okay, we will trade that. We'll get this out. Go after that. Yes, we are sure. Unfortunately comes into play tapped. Another Louise. But we are up to 10 life now. So even if they fire up a Sanctuary, but I guess it's all tapped if they do. Alright, we're starting to turn the corner here. Well, that's decent removal. Let's get rid of that out of the air. Can block the other one. I think we keep the Shoot the Sheriff open. Actually, kind of a little tempted to just do this instead. We got enough land. We're going to do that just because we have another one of these. Otherwise, we probably would have kept that. We just need to find that green land here. Oh, attack. All right. Warden of the Sky is not going to be lasting very long here. That will get a Shoot the Sheriff. Let's see here. Angry Luis. We can attack in. Have another Luis. That sweeper would have been awesome. Okay, that's going to get targeted next turn with the Shoot the Sheriff, I think. Okay, he can start getting that crap out of our yard, which is bad. So maybe we start getting rid of those. Do we have... Man, that's almost all of our Cat-Gators, unfortunately. Alright, we will cast Shoot the Sheriff on the Warden. We will attack in with both of those. We're going to Cat-Gator back to our hand, just so we have it available to us. Okay, these triple blocks, that is fine with me, because we got another Louise. We gain our life. Okay, they're going to get creatures created just from this. Voice of Victory here. And anything else they attack in with. Alright. We can discard a card, I think. Well, that was one we needed. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We drop this. Good game. Alright, opponent goes first on this one. We'll keep it. We have the removal and an Overlord, which can help us out. We can surveil right away as well. That's huge. Doesn't matter, I guess, against Izzet deck, which is what they're probably playing. We'll keep that on top for our second forest. Guess we drop this, see if they counter it. They don't. Fortunately dropped an avatar, so can't pull anything back. We do have the instant that we dropped as well, as was 2 lands. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's do a... Consider Triumph. A3 life, get rid of that. So they don't get the card draw advantage from it. Should have just removed it at the beginning of my turn, but didn't know what I was going to do that turn. Well, I guess if we're not going to cast anything this turn, just get this in for a swamp, because we can Fabled Passage for the forest. Don't want to pay for that. Next turn and turn. We can get the Pillager out next turn. Oh. Alright. The nice thing is the Day of the Black Sun can get rid of all of the tokens that they have, because it goes by mana value. Do this with the Surveil, or do we do this and get the Pillager down? It doesn't matter entirely. We're going to get more damage in this way ahead of time, so let's do that. Rather get a threat on the board. 3, 4, 5. 2 turns away from a Gator. Star Cages gets rid of our Pillager. And they get a creature. This station. We don't have anything about the Overlord. Can destroy a creature as well with that. That out. I think that's going to be pretty strong as well. I think I go for this for returning Overlord. I shouldn't have done that top deck. Yeah, that was a misplay on my part, but we got 2 creatures here. Yeah, because I wanted to actually draw that. I shouldn't have done it that way. This does allow me to do a sweep. And then attack in, but yeah, this is a lot of damage. Okay, he did that. He'll attack him for 7. Then I can do a sweep. He has a lot of mana available to him right now. Oh, okay. That doesn't bother me so much. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 swamps. So all we got to do is back in. And we might as well just drop this because we can. Then we can Cat-Gator next turn for the win. Definitely misplayed that the Overlords with the Smuggler's Surprise. Could have handled that differently. Yeah, that's fine. You need to have a counterspell for me to lose this. Or gain a lot of life. Yep. Yep. That was dumb on their part. Not that it matters. I mean, they get their creatures back. Cat-Gator for the win. Good game. All right, we go first on this one. We got an Overlord, Ice Till, and we have the mana to do it. Let's keep it. Mortuary first. That's not bad. But I don't know if we necessarily need it with this hand. I don't think we do. Pitch it. Once we get the Ice Till, we'll be able to do the Fabled Passage, so we'll be able to get enough cards for us. Let's go with the Overlord. Man, that hit. Terminus might not have been bad. Another Fabled Passage. Do swamp on that. Enter tapped. Pass the turn. I don't think our ice till's very long for the world here. Okay, they're going to get quite a bit of stuff here. I think we let them do that. Just get our ice till down. And cast another Fabled Passage. Okay, it gets a +1/+1 counter. That's not a big deal. Okay. Oh, is this the elf deck? Yeah, I think I saw this floating around a little bit. I might just be able to do the Pillager into a Cat-Gator and win this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do that. I think, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can Crater Hoof next turn. Maybe that's not a good idea. Guess we'll do this. Get rid of the mana. We'll still cast this for 3. This will give us a little more insurance policy. 4, 5, 6. Right now we have 6 swamps. We'll say no attack. Their guy goes away. They don't draw the card, which is great. Can't drop like a Crater Hoof or anything here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We'd like to get rid of that. Alright, what do we got for creatures in our yard here? We don't have any of the good guys. But, let's see if we can find it. That would have been a nice one to draw. Another Fabled Passage here. Okay, Cat-Gator's in there. Okay, another Pillager. So here, 1, 2, so 6, 7, 8 damage we can do there. I only have 1 Pillager out. Let's attack with the Pillager. Okay, they're going to smuggle in something here. Got a Crater Hoof here. Yeah, they don't have that in hand. That's Virtue. I don't think they have... So they got 4, 5, 6. They don't have enough for... Oh, shoot. They do have enough for Crater Hoof. I just noticed that. Yeah, we might be in a little trouble here. Yep, we'll get this out. Pay 0. Seems weird, but we want to have an additional blocker. Because we can actually just bring Cat-Gator back with persistence and then Cat-Gator cast, and we win the game. Okay, Genesis waived for 6. Okay, that's not going to be enough, man. Cat-Gator. Cat-Gator. Good game. All right, let's look at this. We go first. Let's keep it. We got a little bit of ramp in here too with the shared roots, which is nice. We do have enough to get our double green. Mortuary out early. Surveil. Keep up the removal. I think we just use this for ramping. Can always get the forest. We'll go with swamp first. Leave up our shoot the sheriff. We can just cast Overlord next turn. Get the Overlord out. Did find a pillager. That was a pretty good pickup. Ooh, they're really slow. Might seem weird, but we're going to go for a forest here. We will go for a pillager, so we can do the Cat-Gator next turn if we need to. Do another pillager. Get him dead on board, dead in hand. Alright, that's fine. Yep, no issues with that. So this is an instant. This is a sorcery. So what we're actually going to do is 1, 2, 3. This leaves up our instant if they have a way to make him indestructible for the turn. So we'll grab another one. Enter. So he didn't have any instants, because otherwise that would just load up for him. Okay, we can't kill that right now because of the ward ability. But rest assured, he is still dead next turn. I guess he's not. That's going to be 5 casting costs, so we won't have enough. And he's up to 10 life. So my turn. Shoot the sheriff. Yes, we're sure. Okay, 3 life, or 3 ward. I think we can keep another shoot the sheriff open if we want to. Attack in first. Sure. Okay, any shoot the sheriff is lethal for him next turn. Cat-Gator is lethal for him next turn. Short of him winning the game here somehow on his turn, I think he is dead. Cute. Cat-Gator for the win. Good game. All right, opponent goes first on this one. We do have a little slower, but we have our 2 greens, so we'll keep this. We do have removal as well. This would be a pretty good hand on the play. They're going to be pretty fast here. We're getting all surveil lands. That is not going to be good for us. We want to try to find a swamp so that we can start removing like a Badger Bone Cub that he's probably going to drop here. Ooh, it's a Roots deck. Well, we'll be able to sweep the board, fortunately. I'm going to keep that one on top. Okay, Overlord. Ooh, Ouroboros. Okay. I think we need to do a sweep. They're kind of going off here. All right. We will pay 2. Pay the Black Sun for 1. We'll sweep their board. They can cast a Balemurk, which will get them a creature yet. Well, let's get our Ice Till out. And hope they get stunted on land a little bit here. We'll go for the swamp. This is really our only hope, I think. Cat-Gator was a good one to toss in the yard. It's another decent one to throw in the yard rather than draw it. Go crazy with these Fabled Passages. can get persistence. Maybe that's what we do. But that just kind of gives them. Let's do this to slow down their mana. We'll discard a card. I should have cast the Ice-Till Explorer because we could have played an additional land as well and still did what we did. A little bit of a misplay there. We'll attack in, see if they want to trade. Okay. And turn. Okay, another roots. Well, that's pretty good for us. All right, we can Ice-Till here. Actually, just get this down. Get that down. Villager's good on top. We'll be able to get our Cat Dragon back. Or Cat-Gator back. For 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 damage, that is. We can cast our Pillager. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're down to 5. Persistence is a pretty strong one in this matchup. Yeah, Bora does nothing at this point. Can even block that. We're at 44 life. We can get back. Ice-Till, Overlord. Sure. Let's see here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we go for 8. Good game. All right, we get a little bit of ramp here. We can pitch stuff in the yard. Sweeper. We even have a forest, which is great. We might end up ramping into a Day of the Black Sun, it's looking like. Okay, we need a land here. Actually, we are gonna have to remove that. We'll pay 3 life. Get rid of that. Overlord. Okay, took 2 of the land we needed, unfortunately. Where's the bill? Okay, we can get rid of that with Day of the Black Sun. Really wanted to draw a land there. Do a full-on sweep. Alright, we're not in too bad a shape. We have no creatures in our yard, unfortunately, yet. Alright, good game. This is a pretty good starting hand here. We'll be able to ramp into the Icetail Explorer. We have Multiversal Passage. The only thing we're missing is a Fabled land, because we won't be able to drop additional lands until we have something in their yard. And we have nothing to throw in our yard either. We'll keep it. Only if we went first. Oh, a recorder deck. Oh, another way to ramp as well. Yeah, we'll definitely pitch that to the yard, because that'll help the Icetail Explorer. I'm actually going to Shared Roots, because that gets us an additional swamp. Actually, let's just do this, because we don't want to draw it later. And then we can drop this as a swamp. Okay, we do have 2 Icetails, so we can actually drop this one. They'll probably counter it. They let it happen. Okay, they're going to get rid of it. We do have a second one, though. And we're already up to 6 then next turn with this. Could have brought the Icetail. Oh, they exiled it. Never mind. I'm going to play this ahead of time, just so we have 2 mana available. Are they going to get rid of it now? No. We already played our 2 land. We could Terminus. Do we want to get rid of anything or get back anything here? We can get rid back the Overlord, but then we can't do anything. I think we'll hold off. Okay, I think they're going to be looping icebergs in this deck, so we got to be a little quicker, I think. Yep, that's fine. That is fine as well. We do have 5 more left in our deck, so that's good to know. He's actually helping us by doing this, though. That's the funny thing. We're up to 6 swamps. That is an instant, which is good to remember. Still don't have anything great in the yard. Fabled Passage. Down to 2. Fabled Passage. Down to 1. And we still haven't put anything in our yard, so we can do a Cat-Gator for 8. Back in for 2. We'll end our turn. They kill our Cat-Gator, we can bring it back to our hand. We might just be cracking the Fabled Passage to have double triggers of the Ice Till. Even though we only have one island left. Or one, swamp left in our deck. Alright, what do you got? There's a lot of land there. 4, 5, 6, 7. Iceberg. Guess go after the Explorer. He does the Cat-Gator. Okay, he gets rid of it. He duplicated the effect. All right. Too bad he didn't do that the other way around, but I think he's seen the other Zuko's in my yard, right? Yeah. Pass. My turn. We do this for the mill effect. I guess we can get the Ice Till. Green. Pay 2 life. Fabled Passage. Pompous Pillager. Their last land. Just can't get it in our yard. And turn. It's about as good as we could have went without actually hitting a Cat-Gator. Even the Pompous Pillager would have been nice at the beginning. I can pull up the Pompous Pillager now and win with that, which is what I'll do. Okay, he has to have the double removal here. Alright. That's fine. Okay. Still gets another trigger, and he has 3 mana available. Zuko's. Getting the Pompous Pillager. We have 13 mana available to us. We're only going to do it for 10. Just in case he has like a Quencha or something. I guess it really doesn't matter at this point. 1 mana isn't going to do it. See the counter spell. All right, good game. All right, this is kind of hand that we want to see with this deck. We have ramp. We have multiple green sources. We got the Pillager and Ice Till. Let's keep it. We'll even pitch the land because we got plenty of land here. We'll grab the forest right away. Do they have a counter spell? That's the only question here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's go for an early Pillager. Try to bait out a counter spell. Because the Ice Till Explorer, we want to stick. Okay, this can be a threat. Especially with the lifelink and 4 damage each turn, so that's why we did it. Okay, they're tapped out. We'll get our Explorer out. It's also big enough to get around the 2/2, which is great. Let's get our Explorer out so we can double Fabled Passage. Start loading swamps. Try to hopefully drop a Cat-Gator in the yard so we can live or die it. Regardless, we'll drop a Pillager next turn if we don't find Cat-Gator. We do have an Overlord in the yard. Oh, drew an Overlord. Alright, well, let's try to get something in a yard here. I'm actually going to attack in and then try casting Overlord. If they are holding up a counterspell, I'm okay with them countering Overlord. We are only going to attack it with the Pillager, though. Don't want a combat trick to kill the Explorer. That is okay. Oh, look at that. Let's do the full Pillager at this point. Because we can Pillager for 6, which is pretty strong. Yes, we can do for 6. Auto pay. Keep this one. Down to 8. Which means a Cat-Gator will kill them. Okay, they have to block. Oh, never mind. They returned it. Which is almost even sillier because we can just kill them. 4, 5. Oh, is that only 7? 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can do 7 damage to them. What do we got in the yard here? let's see. Let's do this. We'll try to find a Cat-Gator with that. If not, we'll Ice Till. All right, we found the Cat-Gator. We can just directly cast that, can't we? 5, 6, 7. And we don't even have to waste our live or die. And we win the game. Or do we not drop our land? Oh, we had enough. Yep. Good game. All right, we go first here. We'll keep this. Got a little bit of removal and disruption. Start with the hand with the Duress. So this is like a sack deck here. It does have flashback. Good thing to keep in mind for holding Shoot the Sheriff. We'll start getting things in the yard. Looking for that Ice Till. Not too worried about these mana creatures, because we already know what their game plan is here. Yeah, we didn't find what we're looking for there either. A little more nervous now because we're not getting our mana. We're not accelerating at all. I might just drop the Pillager here. Do that. Just as a blocker. Gain a little life. This forces them to pump anything if they want to get it through. Gives us a little time on our Overlords. And then we got to start holding up to Shoot the Sheriff, I think. We might have already been too late. We might have had to already hold up to Shoot the Sheriff, but we'll see. Okay, we are going to block. I was very hesitant on that block. He might just have like a single pump that he's going to get rid of our Villager with. That's not good. Does he have a couple of those or something? Oh, he just wanted a 2-for-1 it. All right, well, we'll hold up to Shoot the Sheriff. We already got one in our hand. We'll just pitch that one. Okay, next turn, we're going to have one on the battlefield at the end of our turn. They are getting to the point where they can start using the bulk ups as a flashback. That's pretty expensive, though. Yep. Attack it for 1. It's the last time they're able to do so. They're wondering if they should pump it. My turn. Let's do this. We'll have 2 of them. It's not leaving up the Sheriff, which I'm a little hesitant about, but we'll get our Ice Till Explorer here, which is excellent. Do we have a Fabled Passage in here? We do. Alright, now we'll be able to leave up land. We'll drop our Ice Till and leave up land for Shoot the Sheriff after this turn. So we'll be in pretty good shape. Got blockers. Yep, good game. Alright, opponent goes first on this one. We do have a little bit of ramp. We got our Overlord. A way to get some green mana. Smuggler's Surprise is always fun. Sweeper. That might come into play in this game. We're going to Duress here. Look at this. Just a bunch of stuff to pump their creature. Kind of want to get rid of that. Gives things haste and also can create a 2/2. So if they had an open mana, it'd be really tough for us to do the sweep. Well, that's unfortunate, but we can get rid of both creatures next turn if they cast it. Alright, that's what we'll do. Really don't want to take the damage here. Okay, hopefully that buys us some time before they get another creature. I think we're going to pay for this. And that way we can cast it. Try to find our Ice Till. It is there. The only issue with the Ice Till is we don't have the land to cast it. The question is 3, 4, 5. If we draw land next turn, let's do that. Because if we draw land next turn, we can just pay 6 for the Smuggler's Surprise. We didn't. I do think we do this, though. Let's do this first. We'll attack him with this. Which one do we want? Let's do that, because once we get the Ice Till, I think we'll be okay on land. Cast for 3. Gain some life. Okay. If we can get one hit with the Pillager, that kind of helps us mitigate. We will leave a blocker back, and that's a good game. All right, let's look at this hand. Ice Till, we got ways to get green mana. Let's keep it. We can pitch that. We got plenty of land in our hand. All right, we're going to want to find a sweeper here. We are going to do black and enter tap. Just in case we draw a forest. Oh, I should have done on tap. We're going to drop the Overlord. Black again, enter tapped. The Overlord. Guess it really didn't matter. Cat-Gator's in the yard, which is good. I think we're going to decline that. We're going to have to do this for a forest. We do have Fabled Passage in the bin, which is awesome. Okay. Light Priest. Forest. Pay 2 life. Get Explorer down. Cast Fabled Passage. Hopefully we can bin some more Cat-Gators. Can actually cast Cat-Gator here next turn, can't we? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, they're filling the board. Could draw our sweeper, which I wouldn't mind. Well, that's pretty good too. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need to cast that. All right, we'll remember that. We got 2 Cat-Gators in the yard. Since we have those at the yard, we can just do 6. I guess we have to do 3. 8 total. We only have 7. We can Cat-Gator this turn. For 6. I don't think any of these really bother me too much. We'll just go right at him. No attacks. Well, they got the combo. Good game. Good job with the combo. All right, I go first. We do have a forest in hand. No real ramp, but we do have removal and the Ice Tail Explorer. We'll keep it. Let's see what they got going on here. Really presenting green, aren't they? The third Ice Tail is not what we wanted to see. Really need land here. Okay, Badger Mole is going to die. Swamp will enter tapped. Hoping to draw a Fabled Passage here. That way we can utilize its ability. Well, we didn't even draw a land. Let's get a small Pillager into play. Boroid. Okay, I will trade that for the island. We are not getting our land drops. Come on. So it was a pretty good starting hand. It's just never got the land drops that we needed. I mean, we are four cards in. Yeah, even our sweeper won't even help us here. You can attack doing everything. No blocks. Now we'll get our land drop. Oh, didn't even get it there. Good game. All right, that was the Pillager Cat-Gator deck. Really enjoy playing this one. It's a fun deck. You can tell it really is key to get this Ice Till down. That is the key to the whole deck, getting to that 4 mana. I did add that additional forest here to show you. I'm going to show this at the beginning of the game as well, but the having the 2 forest in the deck is massive because I think that contributed to some of my losses because I could have Fabled Passages for that second forest, which would have triggered the Ice Tail Explorer, which then we could have dropped our large Pillager or Cat-Gators the turn after. Definitely needed to hit that Ice Tail Explorer. That's the key in that. Really enjoying one of the Smuggler Surprise in this. This card I haven't played a ton with. Really is a champ if you can get a lot of mana down. Can close out the game, basically, with this card. Otherwise, this is a way to get Ice Tail Explorers into play as well from your yard if you want to keep ramping. So really handy for that. Able to mill cards with it. Do a lot of different things. I think the removal is pretty good in this. Sweeper, it's nice to have this. The Day of the Black Suns, I definitely want to keep those in there. I might remove 1 live or die for the 5 casting cost sweeper because a lot of times they can trick out larger creatures and you cannot hit it in time. Unfortunately, to hit with Day of the Black Sun. So larger sweeper at 5 casting cost would be huge. Definitely an interesting way to do that. Zuko's, I actually enjoyed Zuko's. I think a 2 of is good in this deck because you can return for 1 mana a lot of those creatures. So Ice Till you can return for 1. You could pay 5 to get this. And the nice thing is, if you do have this milled to like an Overlord, you don't even have to pay any green mana. You can just get it back with that. So the question is, do you make this more of a black deck and just rely on Zuko's to get Ice Till? I guess that's kind of a question. It'd be a turn 5 play to do that, but I guess you could put more ramp in there if you wanted to. Kind of interesting. Maybe I'll try to do that in the future. All in all, really enjoyed the deck. Please hit that subscribe button below. Post daily videos, and we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Hit that like icon, comment below how you like a deck like this, and have a fantastic day.